Perfect podcast. Welcome to the Almost Perfect podcast, a celebration of fuck-ups, failures, and falling flat on your face. This is a podcast that believes you can learn from experience, but that experience doesn't have to be your own. Ha, I'm Bob Perfect, and I'm a functional fuck-up. Let's learn from somebody else's mistakes. And today we are learning from KG Mokgadi. Now, KG is a grootman of South African comedy. Not just literally, like he has been doing this thing for 16 years and he is one of the most well-respected comedians because he's one of the hardest working comedians. Like before we chatted on this podcast, he had been performing like pretty much every day for 2 months. He had been on cruises, he had been around the country, and he had just performed to 3,000 people with David Cow the night before. So he was a little bit late for this podcast, as you will hear. He is also the host of Politically Aweh, which is an online satirical politics and news show that has really blown up over the last 6 years or so that KG has been hosting it. And weirdly enough, it's actually the thing that some people recognize him from more than his comedy. So we get into satire in South Africa, we get into the economics of TV and of comedy in South Africa. And we get into his midlife crisis that has inspired many other people because after going through a divorce, KG picked up a pair of running shoes and he has been hitting that tarmac. And yeah, he has been inspiring many other people with his fitness journey to the point now that when he's doing like a 10K race, other people are running past him and just being like, "Yo, KG, I'm doing this because of you." And he's like, "Motherfucker." So yeah, man, this is a really, really fun chat. Like, KG is one of, like, the guys I've wanted to get on here for ages, but I didn't really know him before. Like, I met him about 2 years ago when we were in Durban. We did a show at one of the hotels or something, and he actually came up to me after the show and was like, "Hey, man, I like your jokes." And that for me was just like, okay, cool, I've made it, bruh. If KG likes my jokes, then I'm good, because he is by far one of the best comedians in the country. Like his way of telling stories and of building bits is something I'm truly jealous of because I'm like a one-liner guy, you know, like I write jokes. I sit at the computer and write jokes. He doesn't do that. He just thinks about them and then eventually writes the idea down. Although I think I'm giving away like what he tells you on this podcast. So I will let you get into it in just a little bit. But before I do that, I need to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by you, which means you can support it by going to patreon.com/almostperfect, where if you want to throw in a few shekels, you can do so for $1 a month, which is like under $20. But also you can subscribe for free. Everything I put out there is free for everyone. But if you want to contribute, you can, but you don't have to. You can literally just go sign up for free and you will get early access to episodes like this one. It's already been up for a week. All, well, not all. Plus, sometimes I will do some writing and share my thoughts or maybe do a short little video. I'll probably be doing some bonus episodes as well. And I'll be putting that out over on patreon.com/almostperfect. But with that out the way, here it comes. It's the Almost Perfect podcast with KG Mokgadi. So, how are you living, KG?
My dog, yeah, I'm chilled. Thank you for having me, bro.
Chill, you've had such a long week though, bro. Like, you've been all over the country. You were on a cruise ship last night. You did this big show with David Cow. How are you handling it, bro?
I'm not, bro. I'm not. I was late for this. I saw your text going, we could meet at 11. I woke up at 6 minutes past 11.
I did figure, like, when you hadn't replied or whatever, I did think, like, okay, you had a long one last night.
Let's do 6 minutes past 11.
How long was that show? Because like it was like what, like 14, 15 comedians, and I'm assuming everyone's doing like 10
we
to
were
20.
done by 11:30.
Crazy, because those
It
gigs usually
was.
go late.
It was the most beautiful, most well-run show I have ever been in, bro. They were like, yo, we're starting at 7, and then 10 past 7 we were on. That bought us an hour, easy.
Nice.
14 comics. Virgil Prince
Yeah.
did 2 sets.
Oh, crazy.
So you go like this 14, 15, and these are it's bangers only.
Yeah, it's not no one doing 5 minutes.
It's bangers only, bruh. Now, in a show like that, you expect people to go overtime because you got 3,000 people in the room. It's in the grand arena. It's
You want to stretch your legs a bit.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But everybody did their time, though. Everybody,
Was respectful of everyone else.
bro, everybody did their time. It was people came in, pa 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 out. Came in, pa 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 out. It was yeah, bro. Like I'm happy I did that show, and that's part of the reason. It's like it was well run.
I guess you don't necessarily get to do like arena shows that often because they don't happen that much anymore. I mean, obviously there's like
Yeah.
blacks only and
Yeah,
like I don't know what's happening with Laugh Africa with the Showmax thing and everything.
yeah.
So like yeah, how do you prep for something like that? Because also you just done a cruise ship, you'd just been in Durban like with Riyad Musa, which was also a lineup show, but obviously
Yeah.
smaller audiences,
Yeah.
but still theater, still like dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, like how do you prep for something like actually getting on stage in front of 3,000 people? Because I've never done that, so I have no idea what the mindset's even like.
It's the first 2 or 3 are very scary, and then the rest of them you just figure that club gigs are harder.
I guess they are, bro. Like,
Usually it hits you like, yo, actually club gigs are way harder.
because you're set up to win in that environment, especially with that many people being there to laugh.
Everything is organized for you to win.
Yeah.
All of it. Dog, they bought tickets. The tickets are expensive. So they
They're
want their
invested.
they want their money's worth. They want a date. Yeah, wanna like dude wants to show her I've got a sense of humor. I don't take myself seriously. You know what I mean? Like there's
And everyone's sitting next to each other.
everybody's sitting next to each other. You're the center of attention. Like they're watching you. The sound is perfect. The MC is great. The dude that goes first is the dude that goes before you kills. So you are set up to come in and it's
Yeah.
not a club gig. Club gig you go in after 4 deaths. And then you have to resuscitate.
You have to try and turn it around.
I mean, like there's bits where I go, this bit goes well if it is accompanied by other bits. It's a nice bit on its own, but it needs accompaniment,
Yeah.
right? It's like that in an arena, but the response is
Much bigger, and I guess you also have a bit more time and like because you got to wait for the laughs, so you get to like actually like pace yourself better. Whereas like clubs, you got to sometimes like if you're not getting laughs, you've got to just go
you
to
gotta
the
keep
next
it
one.
moving, right? But no, dude. Like honestly, the preparation is that thing of being match fit. It's I mean, if you've noticed over the past 2 months, I've been doing every gig
Yeah, I have seen
I can. Like
because you've been working on some new shit. Eh?
I've been working on this new shit. I'm trying to get there because I had comedy jam in Joburg with Mark
Yes, I
Rockford.
saw that. Yeah,
Yeah, so I like the idea was to be match fit. Like for me, it's about like I want somebody to wake me up and say a sentence in my set, and then I know
immediately like
immediately. That's the preparation for me. The preparation is let's get to know the set well,
repetition.
right? The repetition, but also that's how I work material. Like my favorite part of stand up is working the material.
Yeah, finding the little tweaks here and
Like
there.
it's the one like doing a show about erectile dysfunction, but weaving in politics in there. The one that is my favorite.
You do that well though. Like that's what I love about your comedy is it is like really political, but it's done in such a deft way. You know, like you see stuff in and out, and like it's not just hitting people over the like head with a baseball bat. Basically, you're very much like walking them down like the primrose path, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming.
Dude, I don't even know how I do that. I don't.
You don't plan it out like where you're like, oh, like
No, I just sit with the material and I just play with it, dog. I don't know what happens. People have asked me, how do you do it? Or how do you arrive? I don't know. I just arrive. I'm not.
But how much is it
I have
like
had people explain to me what I do.
who?
Chris Holy, Riyad Musa. Riyad Musa likes to explain what I do. So, yeah, dude, you do this, and then you do that, and then you bring that. Oh my God, that is a social. Well, and then I go, I wasn't trying to be social. I was just.
You're just trying to be
I
funny.
saw something funny, and then that thing is funny. Let's edit. Oh, this is a nice thought. And then I've got like thoughts that have been in my mind for years. You know, like,
And then what is your actual process though? Do you sit at the computer and write, or are you more of a you just sit and think and like play it over and over?
I think and play it over and over. And then I space out mid conversations. I'm an asshole. I'm just like, people are talking and I'm like, I'm gone. It's like.
But do you take notes and stuff, or is it all just
take
okay?
notes? I have a pen and a paper. But I write when. I only write when the idea is developed.
Okay.
When the idea is developed in my head, that's when I write it. I don't write it at the jump.
Yeah, because
I get an idea, because what happens with the way I write is I get an idea, and that idea in my mind is like 30 seconds long.
sure.
Right? But I already know that this 30 seconds in 6 months is going to be 8 minutes. If you leave me with a year with this idea,
You got 10, 15, yeah.
Yeah, I've got gags that run now into like 15, 20 minutes, just one gag. Even yesterday, I dropped one gag. I did like 10.5 minutes. And that
I
gag
love
is
that shit,
half
bro.
of that's
The
half
whole
of
bigger
the-
thing.
Yeah, there's a whole real thing that yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my entire thing is, I've got a dope idea. What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna chisel and stretch this shit.
Like,
But not with accents, not with dances, not with, and I don't think all of that is shit. Like, I just
it's just
can't
not
do
for you.
art. It's not even that. It's not for me, dog.
I'm saying to do it, you
if I
can't.
could do accents, I'd be doing that shit all the time.
There is a skill set to it, bro. Like, I'm terrible at impressions. I'm terrible at accents, and like,
Bro, I feel like I should hang out with like a Riyadh and ask him, yo, doc, what is your process for this? And then like go back to my gags and just like cupping accent here, and then that gives you an extra beautiful 2-3 minutes.
I mean, Trevor's made an entire career on being able to do it.
It's just the ability to do that and do that well. I think it also adds comedy to already existing comedy.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I
boosts it.
mean? Yeah. It's just it's a term like sa. You know what I mean? Like you're missing that. You like I look at my comedy, I go, yo, it's missing the energy of a Rob van Vuuren and a Chris Mabani and Pop Ups.
Yeah, but they can't do what you do. So that's also the thing, right? Like, guys like that need, like, I feel like they have it in them that they like need that energy. They need to constantly be hyper in a way. Whereas like there's lots of different ways to do this thing, but being measured, taking your time, like that's is scarier for a lot of those kind of guys. You know, they would be terrified to like take their time with the set the way you do.
I hear you. All I'm saying is that you can be measured and composed and man. But when the moment for energy comes, because remember, I play with a lot of energy
Yeah.
in my set. So I walk in and then I just
Yeah, you're not
talk
one
energy
tone.
and
Yeah.
wheel, and then I take it up, and those moments when I'm doing that, if I could if I could start jumping around and running around on stage and then drop it again at will.
So is that why you've been on your fitness journey lately?
I, part of it, many years ago, this is a small part now, but many years ago, I was opening for Nick Rabinowitz. He was doing a show called Stand Up at the Baxter. And I was just destroying, dog. Like, I was fucking it out.
When you say that, I actually believe you.
And then just one time, like, Rabinowitz sometimes says this thing where he's like, De Niro, like, where he's
Okay.
there's no, like, expression. He just says the thing. And you don't know, and like, he's a groot man, right? Like, he's my groot man. He just he stands on the door of the dressing room and goes, I think if you lost weight, you would kill so much harder. And then he just leaves. How much harder can I kill? But I have felt that with less weight, it's nicer to do stand up.
Okay. What? Can you explain it to me?
Because you move, you've got energy, you're not tired, you're not. Sometimes I watch videos of myself and I'm like heavy breathing and shit. When you lose weight, other things happen, your nose and blocks and blah, blah, blah. It just feels better when you walk the stage. It's just what it is, bro. But to be healthier is just a better option for everything. But also I started when I was going through a divorce, so that was part of it.
You wanted some better Tinder pics. Okay.
Yeah, dude. You know, like you go through a divorce and then it started in therapy. Like I was in couples therapy, and I was listening to what I was saying about myself. Sometimes you just gotta listen to what you say. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of therapy, I had reached a point where I was gonna open up and I was gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Just open up. And while I was doing that, I was not happy with what I was saying about myself. And then I was like, the first thing that I'm gonna have to deal with is this fucking weight. That's gonna be the one thing that I would have to battle tooth and nail. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine what it's actually like, because I mean, I'm sure it's something that's like been on your mind for years.
Oh no, for years, dog. Like every year, like every other fat person, it'll be like the 1st of January. I'm like, yeah, it's there, yeah.
It's not just fat people, bro. That's me. Like every single year, that first month, bro. I'm running, I'm doing push-ups, I'm like,
You know what I'm saying? And then like 2 months later, you're like, fuck it, type of vibe. But that's also things that I've had to deal with. Like, yo, why am I doing that? Why am I falling off?
and so does therapy help you with that?
Therapy and just like, yeah, like when your marriage fails, you take stock.
Yeah.
You know what
I would
mean?
imagine. I would hope so.
When the marriage fails, you sit down. You're like, okay, let me take.
What was my contribution to all of this, and how can
What is my contribution? How I'm gonna do this life thing. I have no choice. I'm gonna do this life thing. What is the best way for me to do this life thing? You know, what are the things that I like? Who do I want to be? What's gonna make me excited to wake up in the morning and be alive?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you go, like, you like end up in divorce TikTok and divorce fucking. Then you're like, this many number of men killed themselves one day, and you're like, I'm gonna kill myself. You know what I mean? And then there's a realization, bro, of I have a beautiful life, right? My sister was there in December after the girls moved out, like, and then I had said to my sister, like, I want to build a dope life. And then we hit the beach with a friend of mine. After we hit the beach, we went and we sat in a restaurant where we had some drinks. And then out of the blue, she said, Guy, you have such a beautiful life. And then that hit me like, yo, I have a dope fucking life. You know,
It's hard to see sometimes, bro.
dog. You're like, yeah, I've got
Because you always
dope
compare,
ass.
especially like for us in our industry, you're always comparing yourself to people who are higher up on the ladder or like,
yeah. What helped with that for me, dog, is I realized around the Rugby World Cup
okay.
that I don't have friends.
Yeah, you've got comedy friends.
I've got comedy friends, and these are dope people,
Yeah.
and they get me. And this is the trap of stand-up, is that motherfuckers in stand-up will get you, dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how
And you don't feel that
broken,
way anywhere else.
dog.
Like,
It
sucks.
doesn't matter what you are, that thing that you are, that Satan worshiping, what it couldn't. Comedians will get you.
Yeah.
And then after they get you, you're in this thing, bro. And your world is just, now I want to go watch rugby and I'm looking for comics. Now I'm at a rugby thing and there's like, and then I'm like, hey man, I need a bigger world.
Yeah, you need more. Like, it's so important. I've actually been struggling with that here in Cape Town, in that like all my friends in Cape Town are Jamie's friends or comedians.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I need a bigger world. Like, I actually need like a world with other people who don't tell jokes, who have regular lives. You know what?
It's important for perspective, bro.
It is amazing, dog. It's that has been one of the best things in my life.
They're just hanging out with people
Yeah,
who have
right.
kids
There's
and who are doing bras. They're not doing
there's
cocaine
I'm
at
a
4 in the
man,
morning.
I'm a lone ranger. I must fucking like figure this like a lone wolf. Wolves don't roll alone.
Mate, they roll in packs, literally.
Yeah, but and the best thing that has happened is honestly my friends, though.
You found like a cool community within it.
Dude, we started out as these misfits running, and like you get friends, and then you like start to lose weight, and the friends come to lose weight with you.
Okay.
They're healthy. They fuck off. They finish 10 kilometers in less than an hour. 1 hour
Crazy,
15. Well, this Granted in like hour 28, blah, but that's fucking off.
Yeah.
I get it in like 1 hour fucking, like 47, 52. Like sometimes they fetch me and shit. Like with my first race, they printed t-shirts, like losing kgs and shit. And I was like, in comedy, you are loved.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of praise. And then there's this work.
But you're also only really loved by how much you work and how much, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's about like how good you are a lot of the time, where people give you love.
I haven't necessarily experienced the other side, right? I came in as a newbie. I was a decent newbie, and I understood coming in. I also coming to comedy as an adult. I think that helped for me specifically, because I came in. I could look and go, oh, that's the hierarchy. Right?
Sure. And you started what, like 2012 or
2010?
2010.
2010 November. So I could arrive and see, oh, that's the hierarchy.
Yeah, it was like the PMS guys, like above everyone, and then
you know what I mean. This Kurt Konrad, Nick, Stuart Taylor, Ellen Committee, da da da. Then there'd be like Gino, Kurt Langerfeld, Carl Weber, blah
Yeah,
blah blah
the
blah blah blah.
armchair, like
Yeah, and then there'd be us that come in, and I go, oh, okay, this is the hierarchy. The idea is not to be funnier than Riyadh. The idea is to be funnier than Daylan.
and then slowly,
And
but
not
slowly.
like competitively.
Yeah.
Daylan is my boy. But the idea is to be funny in the space, right? Like I came in and I was like, oh, okay.
But you did rise pretty quickly.
Yeah, and then there's like entry level bullying.
Okay, this is actually interesting because I know in Cape Town that was a thing, like back in the day.
I think it's a thing in a call center, doc. Like I think you arrive somewhere as a new guy, and then there's like a right of admission, and then you understand. Like I found a loving space with dudes that loved stand up, and they went, if you're here to fuck around, we don't want you. If you don't love this thing, we don't want you. And it was like it was when you hear those things very straightforward like that, it feels bullying-ish.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But dog, I didn't experience like hate. Like there was no hate. There was like I'm the Grootman in the space type of vibe, and I was okay with that because I was from other worlds where that was normal. You know,
Yeah, because you worked in
like
IT.
yeah, I was in a space, dog. I had lived life, and in life, you arrive somewhere as the newbie. We look at you and what the fuck does this one want? You know what I mean? You're gonna do 5. Don't do more than 5. Otherwise, we're not gonna book you again. You know what I mean? Or you are not funny. Yeah, okay.
But like that's not the way it is anymore, which I think is like I think it's better. Like I think the way comedy currently is running in Cape Town is a lot more accepting and a lot more like soft in ways in that like, you know, people are given opportunities. But also if you do like go over your time, everyone's gonna fucking hate you.
I think it's better, and I think it's because the world is changing. I think the Cape Town circuit changed with the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Post COVID, like the Cape Town scene's
Post-COVID,
completely different to how it was before.
Very woke. I think Cape Town went. I think the city itself went woke, and the comics got woke with it. I do think that there's instances where, you know,
Do you find it's restrictive at all?
I've always thought of woke as something that's necessary,
Okay.
right? It's necessary, and because we don't know what the lines are when we start a direction, some people are gonna get hurt.
Yeah, it's also everyone's got different lines, and you don't know what each audience member's personal like line of the sand is.
I don't think we are outside of the world. I think we're part of the world.
Exactly.
I think when things happen in the world, for example, they go, this person has got too much power. We don't have a way of reducing the power. We must just take our money away from them. That's cancellation, right?
Sure.
So,
which is voting with your wallet, and it's been something we've done.
Which boycotting as well. It's basically people going, we're boycotting, and then and then the world starts going that direction. Uti, that's what we're gonna do. The world starts going, yo, you know, women start saying, yo, when we hug you, you touch our butts, my dog. Like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you've got too much power. We can't
say anything about
it. You know,
it.
like, oh, yes, we are at a comedy show in the country that has got the biggest number of rapes, and then you are coming here, rape is
yeah.
We're part of the thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think maybe artists want to
push boundaries
outside, and that's necessary, but we're also part of the thing. Like I speak as somebody who does the politics and who tries and do the like tough subjects.
And you're also gonna be risky sometimes, you know, like it's
part of all of it is necessary. All of it is part of the world, but Yeah.
You've also just got to be considerate of where you are, like essentially, and what you're actually doing.
My dog, you're in South Africa. I've heard jokes in other countries where, well, this joke would never work in South Africa. And it's because in those countries, people are generally safer.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So like it's not a reality, the thing that they're talking about.
It's not a reality. You are just joking.
Yeah. Whereas here, it's like you could have done that shit. Like,
Bro, whereas here, there's a guy there. You're like, yo, this guy feels encouraged.
I mean, that is the thing, because I mean, even recently, like Dave Chappelle, like came out saying that he hated that the Republicans, you know, were being anti-trans and like, you know, siding with him on that.
Yeah.
And it's like, but dog, like you can't complain about like that shit when you're the one who cultivated it. Like in my mind, it's like he knows what he's doing.
Dude, it's kind of like saying something and then AfriForum goes, yeah.
Yeah, you should maybe take a step back and go, why?
Be like, yo, fuck you, AfriForum. This is not us talking. This is me, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then you go, in that case, the Republicans are not necessarily agreeing with Dave Chappelle. They are using what he's saying to push their own narratives.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I can see how
he would get upset by that because he's like, I'm not saying what you're saying.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it. I don't think Dave, you know, it's not like myself and Dave like discuss things.
Yeah, we should ask Robbie's opinion.
It was coming from hate. You know what I mean? Where Republicans are coming from hate.
Yeah, but I do think what Dave did created a lot of hate and like, you know, fed into it. And like, I just think he could have been way more responsible with the way he handled all of that, personally.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this is an interview with you, not Dave Chappelle. I'll ask him about that
No.
if I'm ever in a room with him. But yeah, like I guess the point is just like because you were saying, you know, Cape Town's gotten woker and that, and like at the end of the day, like I do think like as a comedian, you do have a responsibility to either make sure people know you're fucking joking, like someone like Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, you know, he's not like being serious here. Or you have to like just craft your jokes in a way that it can't be misinterpreted, but everything's always open to misinterpretation, I guess.
Always, dog. And remember, like the culture of stand-up in South Africa is not the same as the culture of stand-up in the US.
Of course. And I mean, we've way newer.
Just arrived.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people look at me and go, hey, man, like, I'm like, yo, dog, I'm a baby. Like, I'm a baby.
They're compared to, like other people, but you are like one of the big dogs, bro. Like you.
Yeah, but if you're gonna think of me that way, then it tells you how small it is. So the culture is not, and then it fits the audience as well. Our audiences are still very conservative.
Very, like that's the tricky thing about doing stand-up comedy, especially here in Cape Town, bro. Like
I find Kenyans. I find Kenyans like next level in terms of where you can go with the audience.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I know you've done Nairobi.
Yeah, no, I've done it a couple of times, and I find that you can get away with a lot more in the name of stand-up or in the name of jokes than you can here.
And why do you think that is? I mean, obviously the historical.
Because we're still very conservative. Though.
Yeah,
we're still very this is my religion.
South Africa's a very religious.
Sex, what do you think? Kenyans are doing BDSM regularly. You know what I mean? So like. And I'm not saying it shouldn't. It should be this way or that way. Every culture to its own way of doing things.
Yeah.
But when we gig, we shouldn't forget where we are. We're very conservative.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to change a lot of stuff or like just do different material in different rooms because, like, I've got a joke where I talk about period sex and
Yes.
just saying that those two words together, fucking in some rooms, it's literally just the show's over. I'm not gonna get like another laugh because like people will just have that image in their minds. It's
Say Israel one time without context. Just say Israel and watch the room go. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's where we exist.
It's very different in Durban though, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I found it that way in Durban. Like, Israel. They were like, "Hey, we need to hear more information. Say it."
Yeah.
But in other spaces, it still is. The wokeness of Cape Town is so dope. You walk in a room and there's 3 gay guys on the lineup.
Yeah. And then you've also got Muslim people. You've got like, yeah, you've got a wide variety.
Dogs. What part of this is not delicious?
I'm with you.
You feel what I'm saying? There's a room that is just queer.
Yeah. Like we're
There's
talking
2
about
rooms, dog. There's 2 rooms.
both
that are-
run by Comedy on Kloof.
Yeah, that are queer, my dog. And you're like, yeah, this is the space I want to exist in. You go drop a gag in Grassy Park. You drop the same gag in Constantia. You do it in Claremont. You do it in Gugulethu. And people are laughing. The gags have gone past sexual orientation and race and culture and blah, blah, blah. They're just gags for people.
But obviously, like that's not all jokes, right? Like
It's not all jokes.
but you do, but it is
But
fun
the way
when you
I
find
write,
those.
I don't have like material for this. I just write material.
And you find like you're able to make it work regardless of the room.
I just write material. This is the material. This is what I go with.
And like, does it ever not work? Because I've never seen you die. Like, so when
There are rooms where I see my ass. Yeah, there are rooms where I'm like, whoa. But
because it's also with your stuff.
because those rooms exist, it doesn't make me go, I'm gonna do other things. No, I do what I like to do. That's my vibe.
But it's also like with your stuff, I find, isn't it like a bit risky? Because like you say, you do like 10-minute bits and that. And so it's like, you don't necessarily have like off ramps, do you? Or do you?
I do.
Okay.
I have managed to find ways to out of
Like if things are not going quite right, just like,
I found a way to like I kind of have, but there's also experience, doc. I like to say this a lot. People have heard me say this a couple of times, comics rather. Experience is that thing, dog, where we say we want an engineer with 10 years experience. That is not some bullshit. That's a real thing. That is, there are things that have happened in that 10 years that are not in a book.
yeah, that you couldn't get from your degree.
Doc, they're not, bro, they are not even engineering. It's some other cack. Right?
Yeah.
It's all of a sudden you're busy with nursing. You know what I mean? Like it's the same with stand-up, where you're like, after 10 years of doing stand-up regularly, there's cack that has happened that prepares you for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right? As a stand-up, sometimes after many years, sometimes you just walk on stage and you just riff. It's not planned. It's not. You had the set, but you just riff. Sometimes you walk in, you do the set. Sometimes you walk in, you talk to people, and that is you literally not even reading the room. You're just feeling it as you walk on stage. Sometimes you walk and you look around and you go, okay, this is tense. oh, there's love here. And it even happens in real life now where you like just like look at a group of people and you just know which one to ask directions.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You're like,
And-
I'm lost. Which one must I ask? Oh, this one looks a bit racist. This one looks a bit there. This one looks like she doesn't. This one, that's my guy. Hey, my guy, can I have? And they're like, sure. Like
And so it's like the same for comedy for you. When you're on stage, you're like, okay, I can go with these people. And
yeah, like when you get in and there's like people sitting in a row, and then you choose a person to ask a question. Hey, how's you doing?
but are you, like, do you actually think about the person like that you're gonna pick? Because like I've mostly just been random with it.
I think people think it's random. I don't think it's random.
You're
I
just
think
drawn to someone.
you're drawn to, you've done it so many times that just happens.
Like you can see who's gonna actually respond to you. And actually,
Dog,
give
you go
something
in
back.
and then you find the juice. The majority of the time you get in and you're like, hey, how's it going? Blah blah. And then you get juice immediately.
Yeah.
Right? There'll be one or two times where you fail and then somebody just gives you like the weirdest things. Or
I'm a student.
whatever. But that's not all the time.
Yeah, it's actually pretty rare.
And then it's actually pretty rare. And you will see with dudes that have been doing it for a while. Oh, yo, what's your name? My name is KG. Oh, KG's playing around. But when KG is not playing around, they leave that situation immediately.
Yeah.
They can tell, oh, we're not going anywhere here.
Comedy cul-de-sac, essentially.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So I think it's things that happen that I think it's things that you perfect over time because you've got the experience.
And you also, like you said, like you're just up at the clubs all the fucking time.
Bro, I'm at the comedy clubs all the time. I like
It's like gym, basically.
it's gym, dog. Like I want to be good at this thing, you know. Like, yeah, I like being good at it. It's nice. It feels nice for me.
And also, like, I mean, because I kind of wanted to bring it up when you were talking about divorce and that, like, in terms of identity, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is something that is your own. Whereas, like, I imagine, like, when you're married and that, you know, part of your identity was tied up together. And, like, yeah, so having comedy, like, helps in terms of, like, something that you can just go, like, this is mine. This is something I've worked on for years, you know, like, this is who I am. This is what I'm good at. Like, do you get that validation from it, basically?
With
stand-up.
wait, ask me again.
Like, how much is your identity tied to stand up, I guess, is the question.
How much? Ooh,
Like, when people see you, they see KG the comedian.
I find a lot more people are seeing KG from Politically Aweh. They don't.
Oh, okay.
know
They don't know you as a comedian.
as a stand-up. Yeah, I'm finding a lot more people that pull up and go, "Yo, are you Politically Aweh?" Oh, that's sick, man.
That's dope, though. Because, like, that's such a cool project.
It's a dope project. It really is.
And it's taken years
so-
to, like, really gain momentum. But, like,
yeah, dude, it's coming together really nicely, and now it has got like, it's got people everywhere, dude. Like, it was craziest thing is I is it Vuma FM?
okay. I know there is a
Do you
Boom
know?
FM. Yeah.
I walk in at Vuma FM like very like unassuming. You know, I'm on the Instagram now these days. I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
Somebody goes, I say a big fan. I was like, and then I had like the most ignorant. What in Durban? And then it goes, dude,
The internet's everywhere,
we've got
right?
internet here. And I was like, that's not what I mean. It's just that like it's far.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really far. And as much as I know that the internet is there, it's like
Culture's different everywhere, and so you're
it's
not
like
expecting.
and the thing of like it's still in my brain, like people don't know that far. Like it can't. You know what?
Yeah.
And then after that, I get like pockets of people that go, "Oh, politically aware are you?" So that is a very, very dope thing.
How did that all come about? I
Is
actually wanted
that
to chat to. Okay, well, sorry, carry on with your point there first.
yeah, is that I think that's part of my identity. I think comedy is part of my identity. The fact that I was married and I'm divorced, I've got 2 kids, um, single. That's also part of my identity. All of these are part of my identity, and what I do is I bring all of that to the stage. Like I'm big on actually identity. I like for jokes. I want people to be able to tell who I am based on what I said.
Sure.
Right? I find when they can tell they know me, and then the jokes make sense because they know me.
Yeah, and I would say like your on stage and off stage personalities are pretty similar. Like you're not someone who
I'm
just
lazy.
yeah.
I don't wanna like have to change things. I know that there's dudes that do like a character on stage. Like I'm this guy on stage, off stage. I'm like that. That's too much work for me. Like this is me. I think me is funny. I think me is interesting. I think it's me doing these thoughts. So have them, and they're coming inside of this 43-year-old fat guy who's trying to lose weight, who misses his kids dearly, who is having a bit of a weird midlife crisis. Like it's not like a baddie's midlife crisis. It's a gym midlife crisis.
But I think there's something very relatable in all of that because like it's your experience, but it's not necessarily like unique in that like many men have gone through a similar situation.
Oh yeah,
you know?
definitely, doc. But
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think for the audience, it's great to see someone else who's going through their same troubles, maybe.
I think so too. I think that also says, like, to me at least, that I'm not experiencing these things alone.
Yeah. And I'm sure the sharing your journey on social media with the fitness like helps with that as well, right?
I found that super freeing. I found that freeing, dog. Like I could be free, and then I found that it freed other people as well.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it would. This was just jokes for me, right? This is me and my friends just playing, and I found
And
it
now you are like a
freeing.
hurt man to a lot of people.
Yeah, now, dude, like I be dying on the road, bro. We're in the middle of the race, and and then somebody comes zooming past me. Yo, you inspired me to start running. I'm like, but you're leaving me, motherfucker. And then this dude just turns and runs in reverse. Thank you, KG. I'm like, oh, you're showing off, you ass.
Yeah. That is so dope, though, man. But like anyone would be lucky to have that sort of impact on other people. You know, like I wish like people would be like you. Well, I mean, I guess with certain things, people have said that to me, but it's not like on the same scale.
You'll be surprised, dog. You'll be surprised how much other people do for us and what we do for other people. And because it's not said, we don't see it.
Yeah, which is why it's important to give people their flowers like when they're still around.
It's dope to give people their flowers, but it's also dope to be cognizant of the fact that whether you're getting flowers or not,
Do you have an impact?
a huge one, bro. A huge one. You just wake up one day and somebody be like, yo, I started stand up before because of you, or I was going through some shit in COVID, and your videos were this, or dude, I can't wait to hear on your opinion on blah blah blah, or please say something, or why is your profile not purple? We need your voice. And uh, me?
Yeah.
Me?
Because none of us
You
start doing
forget.
this like with the intention of like we want to make people laugh, but you don't necessarily think of the impact of that, right? Like you just want to tell jokes and get famous and make money, you know? Like that's why we start doing comedy typically.
I didn't even know there was money in stand-up.
I mean, I still don't know if there's money in stand-up.
I had no idea. I was just in it because I was told I'm funny. I was in it because my ex was like, you would be good at this shit. You know what I mean?
You actually,
But that's what it is. Like this dude called Imran Dalvi. I used to smoke his cigarettes all the fucking time. Him and Mahir. Mahir's, I forgot Mahir's name. But there's like 3 Muslim boys I used to smoke with at work.
and you're putting them on blast now.
No, we were just smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
I'm giving them their flowers. I'm saying my dudes pushed me to this shit. They'd be like, yo, why don't you do the Toastmasters? Why don't you do stand-up?
Did you ever do that kind of stuff in school?
No, no.
Okay.
No, I tried to do poetry and I sucked. Just terrible. But I still love poetry. It's still the love of my life.
You still write? Or?
No, I don't. I've never written. I just love looking at people do it. I sucked at writing poetry. I just never knew how to be that feelingsy.
Okay.
I wanted to be a feelingsy poet, right? I watched a dude called Kafela Mokgadi describe himself as a love poet, even though he's speaking about politics in a lot of his work and social things. And then he was presenting it as, I'm doing it out of love. I'm doing it from love. Therefore, I'm a love poet. And my idea of a love poet was dudes writing sonnets and I love you shit.
Yeah.
And that fucked me up because I wanted to be feelingsy about politics and love and social issues and blackness and Africa and and all these things. But I think right now what I'm present to is that maybe I was also just too young.
Sure, yeah. Being a young poet is, of course, your work's going to be terrible.
Like there were other people that are younger than me that were amazing at that shit, that had found themselves. But I had just arrived and I saw this and the ability to express was dope, and it was black kids with their own hair, with dreads. You know, like traditional blah blah blah, and other Africans. You know, and then there's a dude with a guitar and this and then I think all of that was very, very cool. And then there'd be like joints here and there. Like it felt like, it was great at that time. And I think if a kid of my kid for that matter were to discover that sort of environment right now, they'd be like dope at it, like as soon as it was just like comedy, bro. As soon as I discovered those poetry sessions, my friends knew, like every Friday when I come back from college, I'm gonna stop there, I'm gonna do 3-4 hours there of listening to poetry and just watching and just enjoying it. And I tried writing and performing and I sucked, bro. Like I was just not there. And I remember there was a dude called, I think, Duduzi or something, and he was like trying to coach me, going like, who are you? Tell me who you are.
Which is kind of the same advice you get given when it comes to stand-up comedy.
This is the advice I give to stand-up comics, but I know how to break it down for comics.
Okay.
I know how to do it for comics where I wouldn't know where to start for it's just poetry is difficult though. Like it's oof.
That's the thing. It's definitely something that like most poetry is bad. You know, like it's something that's to do well actually takes like you have to have life experience, but then also you have to practice like your language and
Yes.
like yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes. Yeah, I think I didn't have practice and I arrived in a world of people who had been in practice and they were good at it. I mean, I like to be good at things.
Yeah.
And I was okay with the fact that I wasn't good at it.
that's like me with skateboarding.
Yeah, I was really okay with it. And because I was okay with it, I was happy to watch it week in, week out. It was dope for my brain. It was dope listening to people my age and younger and little older, blah blah, discuss politics and freedom and land and liberation and anti-colonialism and reverse this, that, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just a beautiful time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like I'm happy as a stand-up, but if I
You wish
hear
you could
that
have been a
there's-
poet.
no, I don't. There's more money.
There's
in
more
stand-
money.
There's more money in stand-up, and
But when did you realize that there's money in stand up?
when I was paid 1,500 at it was myself, Mumsy, and Peter Seranga.
Oh, crazy. So it would have been in
That
Cape
was my
Town.
first 1.5.
Nice. And what set was it? Were you hosting, headline?
I was closing. Mumsy called us and said, I've got this gig that I think we should do. They're giving me 4.5 and maybe let's break it
Hey, that's really kind of them.
3 ways. I host, you and Pete do 10s and then we're out of there.
I mean, it's very rare that like that happens. Usually someone's getting 10 and you're getting 1.
Dude, this was easily 2014.
Okay.
We did
Yeah,
that.
that's actually a good rate
we
for
got
that
we got our 1.5s then, and then we shot the podcast.
thing. So
We shot the podcast. There was no video. Pete had like a mic and a whatever contraption, and then we did that, and we had wines. It was at Nederberg, the wine estate Nederberg.
oh, crazy.
I think it was for Metropolitan. The Metropolitan and Momentum, I think, Health. That was the first one. And
So I guess the corporates also like was the thing. You were like, oh, there's money here.
I had been told, but like
I mean, that is where the real money
because
is.
I was
comedy.
as an employee, Jay, I was broke, right? Like I was just broke. I didn't have cigarettes. Like we made enough for just rent and
Yeah.
living expenses, da da da. And then you start doing like support acting, you get like a 400 rand, 200 rand. You know what I mean? You start getting those little monies, and then all of a sudden you're not bumming cigarettes anymore. Right? All of a sudden it's the 20th and you're not borrowing a 100 rands.
And eventually you're getting to the point where you're actually
petrol
buying
for
other
food.
people drinks.
Yeah, shout out Brian Ramofufi. There's a dude called Brian Ramofufi. I haven't seen him in years. Brian Ramofufi and Yusuf Chutia used to bomb me 100 rands. Like, 100 rand, yeah, 100 rand. You know what? Like,
Hey, that's lucky to have, bro.
yeah, right? So all of a sudden you're not, right? You're, okay. And then you do a gig in the block and then you get 1.5. You're like, whoa. And then
You're like, if I do this 6 times a month, like,
and then Konje, what is this company? I forgot. It's like a loan company. I forgot their name. They called me and then they were like, yo, you're available for a corporate. MC, like
How did that work
concert
back then?
tower.
Because I know back in the day, like obviously you had Wax, and then you had all these websites that just had people on, even if you like had an
Yeah.
agreement with them or not. So
Yeah.
like, how did you get called up? Like, how do people know like to call you for corporate bookings?
I think Kenwin Davids worked there and he
Okay.
suggested my name.
Sick.
And then I was like, bet I'm pulling up. And then they said, give us your rate. I remember I didn't have a rate.
Yeah.
I didn't have a rate, but I remember like a conversation that Sylvan Gacy was having with Mark Palmer. And then it was like, Siv said something like, oh no, they asked me for a rate. And then I asked them, what's their budget? And they were having a conversation. And then this Andy said, so what's your rate? And then I remembered Siv in that conversation. I don't even know what the context was. Going, what's your budget? Oh, I was like, yeah, what's your budget? And they were like, oh man, we've got 6,000.
Well, funny thing is, my rate is 6,000.
Bro. And then they said, all right, dope, send us your banking details.
And they paid you up front.
And then kicking 6,000. I haven't booked leave at work. Doc, I haven't booked leave at work. Now I got 6,000. And I can't take the chance of my leave not getting approved. I pulled a sickie, doc. Just in case they don't approve my leave, I'm going to be sick. I got sick. I got a doctor's letter, thank you very much. And then I had 6 grand. Then I was like, oh. And then I found out how much other people were making.
Yeah,
I was
20K and plus.
You're not serious. And they were like, yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah, it's crazy when you first have those conversations with people, like, because like I know a lot of people's rates literally like start at 20,
Yes.
and it's like, wait, what? You make more in an hour than I make in a month, like,
Bro, I was like, this man. Hour, 40 minutes, doc.
literally.
40 minutes? This is a working man's.
But how do you find corporate gigs? Like, you know, in terms of,
Enjoy them, guys.
do you?
Oh, yeah. I really enjoy them.
What do you enjoy about them, other than the money?
It's a dedicated audience.
But don't you find like they aren't there for the comedy a lot of the time, and like,
Nah, not even a lot of the time. The majority of the time, they're there for the comedy.
okay,
The majority of the time, they have been having comics every single year.
sure.
So
So
when
they're
you
looking
arrive,
forward to it.
arrive into a culture that is used to having stand-ups,
Okay,
right? Like
I've never heard anyone say
the
this.
majority of the time. Yeah, you will get like this is the first time, blah, blah, blah. But generally, doc, the majority of the time when you arrive somewhere, they go, oh, we had so-and-so last year. We had so-and-so 2 years ago. Like, it's a culture, right? And you're coming into, oh, we had somebody for 3 years in a row. We just, we're taking,
We're gonna change it up now.
we're changing it up or blah, blah, blah. I think, yeah, you will get, dude, you get bad gigs and good gigs.
In like no matter what, in club
No
gigs,
matter what,
yeah.
you get good gigs and bad gigs. And then I think,
But having a bad gig, like when they're paying you 20K, like must be a little stressful.
sucks.
Like,
Sucks, though. I died at a chemical engineering company in Newcastle.
oh, crazy in KZN.
Full corporate rate. Dying. And I'm sharing transportation with the person that booked me. I can't die and leave. I gotta die and wait for us to drive back together to the accommodation.
Did they bring it up or?
Dog. They brought it up. There's no not praise. Oh, that was hard, eh? It's like, yeah, those vibes of like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. You sit there with it, dog.
And you're just like, yeah.
There's a casino there. As soon as I got out of my car, I went to the casino. I found like a bar open. I had 2 drinks. I was, oh my God, this is a terrible experience. Bro, like, you die. Like, I died at a beer gig.
And traveling to go die is crazy.
Bro. And then you got paid up front, dog.
You've spent
out.
that money. You can't even be like, I'll give you some of your money back because it's gone.
You know, sometimes you die at a gig and you're looking at a gig and you're like, this is a Gino Fernandez gig. This is a CSA gig. This is a Natima gig. This is a Rob van Vieren gig. This is a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a, Yasin Bands would be amazing here. That time you're seeing your ass, bro.
So yeah, I do want to chat a little bit about Politically Aware because you're saying like a lot of people know you from it now, and I just want to know, how did it all get started in the first place, and then how does it actually work in terms of the finances? Because I see you can donate to support and stuff like that, but this is a project that like a lot of people are working on, and it's an independent media thing that goes out on the internet. It's not like you know, SABC or anything like that. It's a private thing. So yeah.
2020, pre-COVID, so even before then, I've always been close with Angel Kempe. She's one of my boys. I've traveled everywhere with Angel Kempe.
I'm actually gonna hit her up to get it on here.
Yeah, she gets a recommendation. If they go recommend somebody, the chances are that I'm in the top 5. If I get it, like I recommend somebody, Angel's in the top 5. This is just like I trust that she can handle herself, and she does the same with me. Also, we're friends. We're cool. In 2020, Angel goes, I know these dudes in radio, Johan, Malan, JM, Steven, and there was another dude, I forgot his name. They've got like a satire show. It's really, really dope, and they mixing it with memes, whatever. And they're looking for this thing. Contributors, are you down? Like, there's no money.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't.
No money, you know, but it's really cool. They did this thing with Escom, and it's dope.
Yeah.
And then I go, cool. Yeah, like, I'd like to dance. And then they were like, and then she comes back. She's like, yo, they wanna see you do your thing. Where will you be? I'm like, yo, I'm doing a show with Long John, Len Mojan.
Oh, crazy!
And Agao Jumbo at the Fire and Ice.
Okay.
They pull out at the Fire and Ice. It's me, it was Zimbabwean, and I'm emceeing, hosting a Zimbabwean and a South Sudanese. Like, it's a dope thing. Like, just getting dudes from the continent to come dance, right? And then after the show, they're like, yo, fuck with your shit. Like, you know, this joke that you do falls in line with an episode that we want to work on. You know, like, we have no money, but would you be interested in, I mean, yeah, sick, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And then COVID happens. COVID happens. We hadn't even done the episodes. COVID happens. Tyson Gubeni was the presenter. Tyson blows up during COVID. Like, he blows up. Tyson blows up to a point where he's too busy to
do the show anymore.
Yeah. Like, he's just busy. Like, there's no space.
Yeah.
And then they go, shit, we gotta go.
So they were just gonna get you in as a writer.
I was gonna be a writer, contributor, blah blah. And then they're like, yo, we
need a host.
We need a host. And Angel goes, KG can do it. I don't know, man. I don't present I don't even know how to read publicly, dog. Like I just like me and screens. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
no,
yeah,
man,
teleprompters are not easy.
just do it. Just like we're in the middle of COVID. There's fuck all you're doing. Just shoot the damn thing. Like, why don't you shoot the damn thing? Angel goes, no, I don't want to shoot the damn thing. I want you to shoot the damn. But you're also a comedian. You can.
Yeah, and she's
No,
literally a
you
radio
do it.
presenter.
You have the face. You fucking do it. I'm like, okay, sharp, Angel. I'll fucking do it. And then we do the first episode. I think it was Weekly Away, or we had decided to separate Politically Away and Weekly Away. And okay, KG will do Weekly Away, and then when Ngobeni comes back, he'll do Politically Away. And then we do the first episode and it kills. We do next week, kills. I think we did 3 episodes in that lockdown, killed.
I mean, it's
Just
great time for it. Like,
yeah, just destroyed. And then there'd be like 1 or 2 episodes that were funded, and they'd be like, yo, this is funded, there's a bit of money. What? There's money?
it's
Delicious.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, dude, that's all she wrote. The thing grew up. NPO. We're not making a lot of money, but we're making some money. The truth is, Politically Aware is fun. I learn a lot from it. I leave with a joke or two.
And it's a whole different skill set that you've developed
It's
as
a
well.
different skill set that I'm developing. The truth is that it's not a money project necessarily.
Sure.
I also understand that it will be.
Okay.
Also, there's monies that I have made around Politically Aware. Right?
Yeah, because it's a great vehicle for you.
Yeah, so
You're gonna get more bookings because of it, and
yeah, for sure. Like, yo, I saw you at Away, or you guys discussed the thing, pull up, blah blah blah. So this. It's not a like. You know when you're in the middle of a project where you know this project is gonna be dope.
Yeah. But like you don't always know if it's gonna make money.
Yeah, but you just like Politically Aware has always been like for me that thing that's like 5 to just going poof.
Like I can see it, so I can see it's been building like steadily.
It's been building, dog.
And it's like it's been impressive to see something like that. And I think it is because you guys have just kept at
a satire show,
which in South Africa,
of Parliament, me.
that must have been crazy.
They have me interviewing politicians, right? They had me at the G20, though.
I saw that.
So you existing in this space of going, this thing is growing.
This thing's real.
It's doing cool shit. Now we've got like Lester Kivet, and now we, at some point, I'm interviewing the Minister of Forestry and Fisheries and everything. The next thing, it's the Mayor of Cape Town. What is going on? The next thing is a Deputy Minister in the Presidency. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're going like,
And especially for
this
like an
is not
online show, it's crazy.
It's not a big money project. They make more money from stand-up. But this is
It's putting you in rooms you would have never been in.
dude, it's putting me in rooms I've never been in. It's putting me in spaces where we rock up and then people are not going, who the fuck are those guys?
They're going, that's Cage.
There's Politically Aware over there.
But then what do you like think of the current state of satire in South Africa in terms of like the fact that, yeah, why isn't this on TV? Because like we've had PMS, we had Bantu Hour, we had Late Night News with Lisa Gola, we've had like
Karen Moore, we had Chester Missing.
Yeah.
We had.
But at the moment, it does seem like there's a big gap, at least on
Dan
TV.
Corder, shout
Yeah.
out. We need more, bro. For the country that we are, we need so much more. We need all the different styles.
But then what's the barrier? Is it the finances, basically?
It's the finances. It's not being sure if national TV wants us or not. It's
Have you guys been having that
final-
conversation?
We've had the conversations. It's the do we have final cut on the thing?
Yeah. Because that's where I see the being on the internet, you guys have an advantage.
Yeah, final cut is for us like very important, because right now when we put out something on the internet, you like these dudes actually believe what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Will it ever end up on national TV? I think it will. I think at some point national TV has to go. We're losing ground to the internet, and something has to give.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at some point, that's what national TV has to do. And if it doesn't, we're just gonna exist and be bigger and bigger on the internet.
And the thing is, with the internet, you actually these days have the opportunity to reach a much bigger, much wider audience in terms of international and that. Whereas like TV, like it's kind of stuck to, location and
TV is
time.
still huge.
Of course.
It's still huge in South Africa. TV is still very necessary. So I'm not like bashing TV.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like there's trickiness to it. Like,
yeah.
and also like the thing is, if you do go to TV, like the deals need to be structured in a way that you're not just like final cut in that, but like you maintain control of the name of everything, because those things you've seen, like, well, I don't know, like I've seen it happen before where people take their project to whichever station and that, and that's no longer their fucking project. Like,
dude, you look at a dude that went and did TV, Season Buff Walsh.
Yeah.
TV. Was great at TV. He started on the internet, went TV.
He's still on Twitter.
Left. And then now he's like...
What is he doing?
He's on the internet and he's thriving. He's doing really well. So I'm down to exist everywhere.
Fair enough.
Like we finding ourselves, we finding our groove, and it's okay to be where we are. If the TV calls, hey man, we're coming. You know what I mean? If we end up having agreements that make sense for everybody involved, that would be dope.
Sweet. Cool. Then I'm gonna ask you one more question before we head on out. What is a big mistake that you've learned what is a big mistake you have learned an important lesson for?
Fuck. I don't know. Ooh, a big mistake. First, I gotta find a big mistake, and
Can even just be in comedy. Like, it doesn't have to be like a big esoteric like.
Yeah, you caught me off guard. That's one of those difficult. What mistake? I don't fucking know, dog. Jesus.
That's fine.
Asking me such a hard one. I suppose I don't know. All of them. This is the most political answer I'm gonna give at this interview and go, all of them. This just made me rack my entire brain to find a mistake, because there's a lot. I just can't think of one right now. Jesus, I'm gonna have to text you this one.
That's so chilled.
I know there's like a lot of these.
That's the problem with the question. Everyone's always just like, there's so many mistakes.
No, there's so many, but there's nothing here that I could go, oh yes, there we go. And then I'm gonna get in the car, start driving, and go, oh.
You can voice note me, it's fine. I can edit it.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I'll voice note you. But there's a lot. There's really a lot. There's probably one that I did today. Yeah, maybe service your fucking car, Jesus. Brakes are busy dying. I should have serviced that son of a bitch a long time ago.
Okay, so that you heard it from KG himself. Service your car.
So listen,
Anyway, thanks a lot, bro. This has been great.
thanks for having me. It's dope. Hey,
Shut, bro.
Aweh.